Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the final episode of Okran's Weakest to Strongest Warrior. Today we're going to be taking out everybody that we wanted to take out and leaving the Holy Nation poised to expand all over the world of Kenshi and become the only power and allow Okran's light to take over everything. So let's get right into it. I'm doing something a little bit different today. I'm doing a voiceover, and what you're going to be seeing is basically just all of the gameplay. I had to play for a couple hours basically in order to kill everybody, and most of it was just boring travel time. So I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I knew that, the amount of time that I was going to spend wouldn't have been proportional to one episode's worth. So this is the different kind of format that we're going to go with for this. So actually, the first thing that we did was fight all of Catlan's storm thralls. They're on the way to his kind of palace throne area, so it makes sense that you run into them first. From a roleplay perspective, Arethios took them all out with ease, didn't even really need to stop and rest in between it. And then we moved into Catlan's palace, where we proceeded to train assassination for a little bit, because he's the best way to train assassination in the game, in my opinion. So we needed to do that in order to get the Maya 2 Paladin's Cross from the Holy Phoenix. It's the only way to take his weapon that I'm aware of without pissing off the Holy Nation. So that's exactly what we did. We grinded some assassination on him, and then once the assassination grinding was finished, I went ahead and looted his Ash Dome. As far as I'm aware, the loot in there is absolute garbage. Maybe I missed something, but yeah, just a heads up for you guys. Really not worth it. I didn't find a single good thing, to be honest with you. Anyways, once we were finished looting his Ash Dome and he had basically his AI had come back to life and he started working, then we decided to fight him. I did want a fair and square fight. I got the opportunity to kill him while you'd been KO'd, but I didn't want to do that. So we fought him, totally kicked his ass. Honestly, it wasn't even a competition. This was probably the easiest fight I've ever had with Catlan ever, maybe because we were using a hacker, but absolutely trounced them. And then we moved on to the next part of our plan. So the next step of the plan was to go fight the skin bandits, as you can see here. I actually kind of remembered this impromptu, I guess, on my way over to Tin Fist because I realized that the peeler is, well, Savant has his own bounty, which is great. He's got a made 2 weapon, and there's other good loot in there. But the real reason why I fought the skin bandits was because I wanted the peeler. The peeler is a really great thing to have, honestly, if you're doing this kind of a run, because you could just kind of stick anyone in there. A lot of the time when you're playing like normal vanilla Kenshi, you'll find that after you kill somebody important, like the Phoenix or Estada or whoever, you'll have to stand there and wait for them to bleed out, or you have to carry them around with you, or then drop them and fight them again. And it's just a real pain in the ass to make sure that they're dead if you wanted to make sure that they're actually dead. So for that purpose, the peeler is great because you can kind of just abduct someone, build the peeler. It's only one building material. You can carry that around with you. You can go ahead and stick them in there, disassemble it, pick it back up, and then go on to your next target. So that's exactly what we did. Went ahead and turned in Savant's bounty. Then I went ahead and took his healer blueprint, and then we just moved forward onto our next target. And our next target was actually Tin Fist. And believe it or not, I've actually never fought Tin Fist before, so this was a bit of a new experience. I wasn't really sure how to take him out most efficiently, but I figured that if I could isolate him, that would probably be the best way to do it, because if you can fight anyone in this game, pretty much anybody, anything, one-on-one, it's just a walk in the park, honestly. You could see it with Catlan. I mean, Catlan has almost, I think, roughly equivalent stats with Tin Fist, but he's just such a breeze to take out in comparison because it's just him. But when you fight Tin Fist, he's surrounded by all of his like little anti-slaver buddies. So I was able to basically just run around outside Spring with them. They were on my tail, and I basically just lured them into animals there and ran in circles and I would take out the ones that strayed far enough above the pack. I'd take them out in 1 or 2 hits until eventually I got Tin Fist on his own. At which point it was a total walk in the park. He didn't even hit me one time, and then I just stuck him in the peeler, as you can see here. So yeah, that was pretty easy. And then he died. And I think this image is pretty much epitomizes Arethios, just destroying the skeletons. After that, we had to move on, and the next person on our list was actually no one. I went all the way over to Blister Hill, and I went ahead and kidnapped the Holy Phoenix and took his Maya Paladin's Cross. I forgot to record that, unfortunately, so you just have to take my word for it. But then I went and headed over to Black Desert City to find a Masterwork left scout leg because I only had a specialist one. So that completed my limb collection, and then I proceeded to slaughter the entire city. I got KO'd a couple times and had to fight the scrapyard in particular about 4 times because they kept knocking me out and taking me outside. No idea why they wouldn't just kill you, but I wasn't complaining. So That took a while, and those damn spiders made it really difficult for me since they never dodge or defend or anything. That's how animals fight in this game, and the spiders are classed as animals of a kind. So, but eventually we took out the scrapyard. We, totally kicked their fucking ass in line with Okran's strongest warrior. I looted all of them, took all their valuable shit. And then we moved on to our next target. So now at this point, we'd taken out Catlon, we'd taken out Savant, and we'd taken out Tin Fist. So, and we destroyed Black Desert City. So the next person on my shit list was Estada the Stone Golem. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'd been playing for a pretty long time at this point, and I did initially try to fight her, but she made it pretty difficult with her stupid fucking invincibles. So I ended up honestly just abducting her, and then I just put her in the peeler. And that was literally it. It was pretty unceremonious. And then you can see the next guy after that was the Bugmaster, and I literally did the exact same thing. I actually walked up to Iraq and I saw all those blood spiders, and I was like, no, I'm not fucking with that. So I went ahead and abducted him, put him in the peeler just like Estada. They're both dead, and then my last guy was Tengu. And you can see right here what happened with Tengu. Stuck him in the peeler. He was dead. That's pretty much it. That's the end of the that's the end of the series. A bit anticlimactic, but we killed everybody that we needed to kill in order to secure the position of the Holy Nation and to bring Okron's light to this world. And I know that this is a bit hasty, but I wanted to make sure that it was ended in a timely manner. It got an ending at all because the RimWorld DLC is coming out in like literally 5 hours, and I'm planning on maybe doing a series for that. Other way, I want to play it, and yeah. So let me know what you guys think, and I hope you enjoyed this series and this episode. And I know this was basically all focused on mechanics and no real role play, so apologies for that. But I still had a little bit of a fun time playing it and putting these videos together, and I hope you enjoyed watching them. Thank you guys. See you in the next one.